Before you spend thousands moving to Charlotte, stop. There are some real pros to living here, and there are some cons as well. So if you're thinking about relocating or you just want the real before making a move, you're in the right place. Let's talk about the pros and the cons of living in Charlotte, the ones nobody else ever talks about or saying. Hi, I'm Angel Mercer. I'm a local realtor, educator, and relocation guide. Every week, people reach out to me who are thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to Charlotte. Now, if that's you, I would love to help. You can call or text me directly at 980-263-9632 or check the description box below for how to get in touch. And make sure to subscribe to my channel. I upload videos about Charlotte every week. Now let's dive in. If you're coming from places like New York, DC, or California, I know that you may be thinking about Charlotte's cost of living. Is it more affordable than where you're coming from? But Charlotte has been growing exponentially, and here's why. So first of all, there's a strong economy and job growth. For instance, with companies like Bank of America and Truist, Charlotte's booming financial industry, it's attracting professionals, and in turn, it just drives housing demand up. Then there's a steady influx of new residents, which also contributes to the increased demand for housing. Like over 100 people move here a day. So you have to take that into consideration as well. Then there's a limited inventory due to construction delays and shortages in the economy, creating a tight housing market, which can push prices up. So how does Charlotte's growth affect you? To really answer your question, according to my local Canopy MLS, the Charlotte region, which includes Charlotte, as well as all the counties surrounding Charlotte, the median sale price of a home was $405K last month, up 1.3% since last year. And the median price of a home in the United States is currently $438K. And that's based on Redfin's calculations of home data from MLS and public records. Now, something interesting to note after doing research, it shows me that Charlotte's median home price is either slightly above or very close to the national median average. So I can't fully say that Charlotte's home prices are lower than the national average by a long shot. However, let's compare this to New York and California, since I know a lot of people move here from there. So the median home price in New York is $875K according to Rocket Homes in May 2025. Then the median home price in California is $829K based on February 2025 data from the California Association of Realtors. So the good news, compared to those two cities, Charlotte's housing is way more affordable compared to them. It's still one of the most affordable major cities in the US. So now let's put this into perspective. A 400K home and get you a spacious 4 to 5 bedroom home with a good sized yard, amenities like a pool, you get walking trails, greenery, not too far from the beach and the mountains. In comparison to New York, this may look a lot different for you if you are coming from there. Now let's look at utilities, groceries, and transportation. So in Charlotte, North Carolina, the average residential electricity bill is around $197 per month, according to EnergySage.com. And then the average monthly water bill for Charlotte, North Carolina residents is $80.35 per month, according to CharlotteNC.gov. This is a pretty good estimate because our last water bill was around that amount. And then the public transportation system monthly pass for a local bus and light rail is as low as $88 per month or more. Gas prices on average at the time of this video is $3.72. Something to also know is that North Carolina collects a 3% highway use tax on vehicles. And this applies to Charlotte as it is part of the North Carolina. My last grocery run from Sprouts and BJ's combined was about $250. So you can kind of maybe think about that for groceries. But here's some of the cons. Because the city is growing so rapidly, Charlotte's electricity grid is being upgraded due to increased spending on infrastructure and electrical grids to accommodate for the energy needs here. So many people are moving here, need more energy. While the grid upgrades contribute to increased bills, other factors like fluctuating natural gas prices and increased demand for electricity can also drive up those costs. And then another con is that some of our most popular neighborhoods here have skyrocketed in price. So in turn, this causes competition in certain neighborhoods that are very desirable. So that means if you want to be in a certain zip code around popular areas of Charlotte, make sure that you are here to quickly take a look at it as soon as it hits the market, because it might be gone. So that's just something to mentally prepare for. So while the overall cost of living feels lighter, that upfront move-in price for a home in the neighborhood you want to be in may not always be so budget friendly. All I'm saying is it still takes some planning, researching, and understanding the market a little more before deciding where you're going to grow roots here. There's no winging it here. You still need to plan ahead. Pro number 2, job market opportunities. In case you didn't know, Charlotte is the second largest banking hub in the US behind New York City. We're home to Fortune 500 companies like Bank of America, Honeywell, Lowe's, and Duke Energy. So Bank of America, headquartered here, offers more than just traditional banking roles. Whether you're into technology, data analysis, risk management, or marketing, Bank of America has something for you. It's one of the largest employers in the city, with thousands of employees contributing to its success. The financial services sector has helped shape Charlotte into one of the most dynamic economies in the Southeast. It's drawing talent from across the country. Then you've got Wells Fargo with its East Coast division headquartered right here in Charlotte. Wells Fargo employs around 25,000 people in the metro area, making it the company's largest employment hub. They're constantly hiring in fields like finance, information technology, operational support. So if you're looking to build a career with Wells Fargo, consider pursuing a degree in one of these high demand areas. So then Duke Energy is one of the largest employers in Charlotte. With its headquarters in the city, Duke Energy offers a wide range of positions from engineering to project management and environmental science. So whether you're in technical roles or support functions like finance, IT, or customer service, Duke Energy still provides fantastic career growth opportunities there as well. You have great access here to healthcare. We've got major medical networks like Atrium Health and Novant Health, with top-rated facilities for almost every specialty. Which leads me to the other major player in Charlotte's job market. Novant Health is a system of physician practices, hospitals, and outpatient centers. It's a huge employer with over 28,000 professionals working across the area. And you don't have to be a doctor or nurse to find a career here. There are roles in administrative support, technical services, and many other fields. Similarly, Atrium Health is another healthcare giant based in Charlotte. As one of the largest nonprofit healthcare systems in the US, Atrium Health operates hospitals, urgent care centers, and specialized facilities throughout the region. The flagship hospital, Atrium Health Carolinas Medical Center, is a level 1 teaching hospital and offers jobs from healthcare professionals, researchers, and tech experts. And then for those of you interested in innovation, Atrium has a growing focus on medical research and clinical trials. Now let's move on to Charlotte's tech and IT industry. It's exploding, and the city has become a hotspot for fintech, blending finance and technology. So you've got companies like LendingTree, AvidXchange. They are at the forefront of developing tech solutions for banking, payments, and cybersecurity. Charlotte's tech sector is expected to continue booming with over 18,000 new tech jobs projected by 2029. In 2022, the average salary for tech professionals here was around $84,000, well above the metro area average. So if you're in tech, Charlotte is full of opportunities. Startups like Quint Events, Meduit, and Quo Finance are gaining traction, while the city startups raised over $1.2 billion in 2024 alone. Some major players that you may recognize the name of is Microsoft, Honeywell, and Red Ventures. If you're a self-starter and a small business owner, this is one of the most business-friendly states in the US. Now, here are some of the cons to this booming job market and this booming sector just in general. Wait times in certain ERs and specialties can be very long, especially during peak hours. Also, if you need a primary care provider, it can take a few months before they will take you in as a new patient. So don't wait, go now. I have run into this so many times. The job growth in Charlotte is booming with all the various industries available here, but one of the cons for that is competition is fierce. It's all about networking and who you know here. And unless you live close to where you work, the commute times can eat up your day. And I've talked about this so many times in other videos. Pro number 3, education options. Charlotte has diverse educational options, from charter and magnet schools to top-rated universities like UNC Charlotte and Davidson College. According to UNCC's website, UNC Charlotte is a top-rated university, particularly as a public research institution, due to several factors, including strong research, innovation programs, and a growing reputation for student success and career opportunities. It's also recognized for its diverse student body, excellent online programs, and positive impact on the regional economy. UNC Charlotte is a research institution. That means it's a top-tier university with a significant impact on innovation and real-world solutions. And it's located about 20 minutes from Charlotte City Center. So you could live around the city and still be able to go into school just fine. On the other hand, Davidson College is consistently ranked high due to its strong academic reputation, focus on undergraduate teaching, commitment to student financial aid, and its overall value proposition. And it's also praised for its vibrant campus culture, its strong student community, and the positive impact it has on student and alumni outcomes. It's considered one of the top liberal arts colleges in the country, and it's located about 20 miles north of Charlotte, and it's still just about a 30-minute drive to Uptown via I-77. When I say Uptown, Charlotte City Center. So Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools offers a wide variety of specialized programs, including magnet programs, career and technical education to early and middle colleges. These programs allow students to earn college credit while still in high school. But here's the catch. Not all schools are created equal. I always advise my buyers to check niche.com, North Carolina School Report Card.com for detailed information about schools here. Pro number 4, location. Charlotte is also great because you don't have to go far to get to vacation retreats. You're just 2 hours to the mountains, 3.5 hours to the beach, and you're just a quick flight to New York City, Miami, or DC, about 4.5 hours to Atlanta, and 2.5 hours to Raleigh, and that's driving. We take trips a lot to Atlanta and Raleigh. The Charlotte Airport is within reach. The Charlotte International Airport, CLT, is a large and busy airport. It consistently ranks among the busiest airports in the United States and the world. CLT is the second largest hub for American Airlines and a major economic driver for North Carolina. Now, the layout of the city is not in a grid pattern. It's laid out like spokes. We've got I-45 looping the city, I-77, I-85 going in and out of the city. We have a light rail that goes from University to South End. So it's pretty easy to get around with a car, but if you want to do something different, you can get on the light rail into the city. Like if you want to be fun one weekend, you can get on the light rail and go into the city. Or if you work uptown, you can live on the outskirts and just take the light rail in. Now I've got to keep it real. So the traffic is definitely a con. Charlotte wasn't built for the boom we've had, and the roads definitely show it. I-77 North heading toward Huntersville, pack snacks. I-45 near Ballantyne at 5 p.m. You need to bring your patience. But the light rail is a huge help if you live in South End, Noda, or University City. And because of the city's layout, there are always at least 2 or 3 ways to get anywhere. And the Charlotte drivers, let's just say you'll be praying a little more behind the wheel. This traffic will test your patience. The only area I've noticed that does not get the most traffic is heading far east out of the city, like into Albemarle. Then sometimes the city reminds me of a mini Atlanta, like a spaghetti junction interstate system. You just want to make sure you look at the lines on Google Map when you're trying to get around to determine where to go, and don't look at the actual signs itself. It can have you confused real quick with directions. And you got to make sure you pay attention on these roads. You don't get that long to make a decision, so just be careful, especially if you're not familiar with the city and the interstate. So that brings me to so there is a lot of accidents that occur on 85 and 77. According to the statewide roadway initiative, North Carolina Vision Zero, there are approximately 82 car accidents in Charlotte every day. So there's something to keep in mind. Pro number 5, 4 true seasons. Yes, we get all 4. Spring blooms, colorful fall leaves, mild winters, and warm, hot, humid summers. So Charlotte's weather is my favorite thing. You get 4 full seasons without the extremes, except for spring going into summer. I feel like that's the quickest transition of all time. It goes from 75 degrees to 90 degrees out of nowhere. Spring is the most beautiful time of the year here because they've done such a good job with planting trees that bloom purple and white flowers throughout the city and the neighborhoods here. And they line the streets so well, like when you're driving through town. However, that allergy season is real. So if you don't have allergies now, you may get allergies once you move here. Unfortunately, just to warn you, my allergies have gotten worse since moving to Carolinas, in which I didn't have allergies before moving here. I've heard other people complain about it too. Cars and roads are literally yellow from all the pollen when spring starts to pick up, like around March. Summers are warm and a little humid, but it's not like that Florida humid though. It's not as hot as Florida. At any given time, there can be a torrential downpour and thunderstorm at any time, but it clears up just as quick as it came, which is so weird sometimes. Fall is even more beautiful. The trees color so well and they're so vibrant. Winters are super mild, like 30 degrees in January. You might see snow once and it melts by noon. So everybody coming from New York, have at it. I feel like I can count on both hands the number of times I've had to pull out my heavy long winter coat over the last 2 winters. Not bad at all, because I typically get cold, really, really cold. I don't like being cold. I get 218 days of sunshine a year, and this is a game changer if you're coming from the Northeast. But be prepared for that humidity, and the summer bugs are real. I'm letting you know right now. Before you try and start your vegetable garden, make sure to prepare measures to rid you of beetles, bugs, all types of bugs, spiders, snakes, coyotes, fox, rabbits, depending on which part of Charlotte you live in. And hurricane season often brings heavy rains and some floods. The recent Hurricane Helene really got serious and got some places flooded near Little Sugar Creek. Pro number 6, things to do. So from the Panthers football to Charlotte Major League Soccer, NASCAR, craft breweries, South End nightlife, and live music in NOTA, there's something for everybody here. This city really is alive, whether it's sports, live music, or food, there's always something happening. Tons of concerts, NCAA basketball tournaments. We've got Carowinds, which is a huge amusement park. It's very neat and clean there too, and those are really fun. If you are into the arts, check out Camp North End, Blumenthal Theater, or the Mint Museum. Are you a foodie like me? So anywhere from authentic Peruvian at Calais Soul to classic North Carolina barbecue at Midwood Steakhouse to a good brunch spot at Expectations in Ballantyne, Charlotte's food scene is where it's at. There are healthier food options here as far as grocery stores and restaurants are concerned. So like Whole Foods and Sprouts, there are some vegan restaurants as well. Don't forget, this is the South, so it may not be as advanced in vegan restaurant and vegetarian restaurant options, although some of those options are here. There may not be as many as you're used to coming from the North or California, but then you also have plenty of farmers markets to check out on the weekends too. So that's always helpful and fun. And I do send out an event calendar of fun things to do in Charlotte every single month when you join my membership community. Information is in my description box on how to join. But here's the truth. If you're used to New York City level Broadway shows or LA nightlife or late night runs to the bodega, you might find our entertainment scene is a bit quieter than you're used to. Pro number 7, cityscape and cleanliness. One thing people always say, Charlotte is clean and green. And living here myself, I would say this is very true. I see more areas in Charlotte that are clean and manicured than I do ones that are busted. There is a deep love for walking trails and parks here. We've got over 210 parks and greenways, including Freedom Park, Romare Bearden Park, right in Uptown. It's a city where you can feel connected to nature and neighbors. The truth, is it right for you though? Well, you know what? No city is perfect, and here's what no one says. Some neighborhoods have really spiked in price, making affordability a real issue. Construction is constant around the city. The bugs in the summer can be massive, and if you're a public transit rider, options outside the light rail can be limited. We've got really bad traffic at certain times of the day. And finally, if you're coming here hoping it'll be just like where you're from, it's not. And that's the point. But if you're looking for an opportunity, balance, and a place that still feels like home and great quality of life, like most people I meet from out of town say, then this might be it. This might be your home. So if you're considering a move to Charlotte, or you're already here but unsure where to plant roots, I help people just like you every single week. Whether you're buying, selling, relocating, or just curious, I'm here to guide you through the process. Text or call me at 980-263-9632 or find all the ways to connect with me in the description. Let's make your move to Charlotte the right move. I'll talk to you soon.